Hello and happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, May the 23rd. Let me go ahead and get caught up with you all here so that I can see notifications. I hope everybody had a great and amazing day today and an even better weekend. It is hot all of a sudden here in East Tennessee. So in Knoxville, I think come on. Okay, the internet's mad today. I think the internet is mad because it's so hot outside. I'm just kidding. I don't think that can affect it. But yeah, it's getting ready to be toasty. So I was just saying, we had all these different winters. So we had winter, and hello Marianne, and hello Carol Lou. Hopefully I'm going to be able to join you all here in just a second so I can see what you're saying. But here in Knoxville, we have all these different winters. We have regular winter, and hello Terry. And then we have like blackberry winter, dogwood winter, all these different winters, and now all of a sudden, bam, it's 90 degrees outside. Okay, let me see if I can get caught up with you all so that I can say hi and hello also. Let's see. Come on, phone. Come on, because I want to see what everybody's saying. So to hello, everyone. Hello, Evie. So if I haven't seen you yet, I am trying to catch up here. For some reason, my phone is being very, very slow. So I'm just going to say hi as I can see you. Hello, Carol. Do not know why I am not getting notifications. So give me just a second here to get caught up with you all because, and Marlene says it's 96 in Baltimore. That's terrible because I don't get to see all of the notifications if I just look up here where the camera is. So I'm going to try to catch up with you all. Oh, goodness. Facebook, I don't know why you always decide to do this to me. Okay. Here we go. So I think I am caught up. Okay, let me go ahead and catch up here real quick, everybody. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Today is May the 23rd. Super hot here. Already had issues with the internet. It's all good. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Lisa from Arkansas. Hello, Carol. Hello, Kathy. Aloha, another Kathy. Hello, Marlene. Kathy says, too hot here in New York. Yeah. Hello, Liz. Hello, Roberta from Imperial, Missouri. Hello, Tag. Hello, Mindy. And if you're new, so I feel like Mindy might be new. If you're new, go ahead and give us a shout out. So let us know. Say hi. I'm new. I'm brand new. It's my first time. Yeah, don't know what to do with the technical issues. Yeah, it's just a normal Sunday. If we have, it just wouldn't be a Sunday. Wouldn't be a live chat if we didn't have some sort of a technical issue. But if you're new, let us know because we would love to welcome you. And hello, Trish says it's a beautiful day in California. Hello, hello, Joni from California. Hello, Deborah. She said, how's 84 degrees in Central Virginia? Yeah, we're almost 90. Hello, Rosie. Yep, Rosie said got cut off. Yep, I know I did too. Hello, Irma. Hello, Roberta. Yeah, Roberta missed Gwen's meeting today. Hello, Sherry. And sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with you all real quick here. Hello, Terry. I already said hello to you. Hello, Dina's new. D-E-N-A. So everybody welcome Dina. It's just D-E-N-A. Hello, Vicky. And Mindy is new. It's Mindy, M-E-N-D-Y. M-E-N-D-Y, and it is first day on WW. So everybody please welcome them. Hello, Sylvia. Hello, Linda from Rock Island, Illinois. And good, you all are welcoming the new people. Okay, so I think I'm caught up with you. Hello, Karen. Yeah, wouldn't be a Sunday without technical difficulties. It's just like when I used to drive the kids to soccer games at Casey's elementary school. One of the kids, if we didn't get lost, he would say, oh, it's not a trip with Ms. Milligan if we don't get lost somewhere, if we don't have to turn around, and go back. And he was exactly right. So technical difficulties are my, whatever. I'm used to them now. They don't disturb me nearly as much anymore. And hello, Lynn. It's good to see you again. So hello, everyone. I'm sure John is here somewhere. I probably missed his hello. Hello, John at home base, just in case you are there. But hi and hello, everyone. Sorry we had a glitch right there at the beginning. Really don't know what happened. It's beautiful weather. Hello, Alicia. Beautiful weather. Hello, Myrna. It is, let's see, 80. It's in the high 80s today, I think. Very humid. Even though on the weather this morning they said it was not going to be humid. If you can see all this, the little fuzzy curl in my hair, that's a great barometer. So you can tell what the humidity is here in Knoxville by my hair. And Alyssa's hair was doing the same thing. She had little ringlets today, so it's definitely very humid. Anyway, so hello and happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to our new people. If you are new, please let us know because we would like to welcome you just like we are welcoming Dina and Mindy. And it's Dina, D-E-N-A, and Mindy, M-E-N-D-Y. So everybody keep welcoming them. And yep, and Alicia says hello, everyone. Hello, Barbara. It is good to see you today. So I hope everybody's having a great day. We did not get to walk today. hence the normal street clothes. So Karen had her granddaughter's 5th birthday party yesterday, and everybody was exhausted. Oh, and Sherry is moving. Oh, hold on a second. Sherry is moving to Florida. So here pretty soon, she's going to be saying, hi, it's Sherry from Florida instead of Sherry from Connecticut. And Marlene is already in Florida. So hello, Marlene in Florida. Hello, Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer from Pennsylvania. And Jennifer, do I have a message from you? I feel like I have a messenger message from you. And I promise I will eventually get back to it. Yeah, I'm not great at checking that. Sorry. Messenger's not one of my favorite places to go, or I just don't do the notifications very well. Okay, so again, today is May the 23rd. This is chat number 224, and it is titled Meal Plan Your Way to a Stronger Body. So I know you're thinking, meal plan. Hello, Sandy from northeastern Kansas. Oh, and Jessica's new. Jessica's from North Carolina, and it's just Jessica. It's just Jessica. Didn't have to spell anything weird with hers. So hello, Jessica from North Carolina. Welcome. It is so good to see you. But we're going to talk here in a few minutes about how we can strengthen the outsides of our bodies from the inside. Okay, and Jennifer, I thought that was you, so I promise I will eventually answer you. When are you all traveling? I haven't already missed it, right? I haven't already missed the deadline to answer this one. Okay, and yep, great. Dina is saying hi to everybody, so she's already into this. She already knows how this works. New people, if you have not already figured out how to join our closed group, maybe someone will post a link to it. And hello, Connie from Missouri. Maybe somebody will post a link to our closed group. You just have to answer the 3 questions. Yep, and Karen says, humid here. At one point, it was 89 degrees today. Woo! Yeah, I think it was. So maybe somebody will post a link to our closed group. Just remember, you have to answer the 3 questions so that I know that you're a real human. So if you don't answer the 3 questions, you will not be let into the group. Sorry. So it is a closed group so that we can... we can just chat about stuff that we, need to talk about. Successes. Hello, MJ. It's good to see you. So that we can talk about successes, failures. It's going to happen. And thank you, Carol Lou, for posting the link to the to our closed group. You might not want everybody up in your business. You might not want coworkers unless you invited them. Okay, good, Jennifer. I'm not late. Coworkers unless you invited them. Spouses necessarily. So, like John can listen to our chats here. He ain't in the closed group. He can't see what all is going on in the closed group, so y'all feel free to chit chat there. Okay, so this is, again, chat number 224. Today is May the 23rd, and the news for May. So we're continuing along the same news. I don't have any more and exciting new news since last week, but quickly, just in case you were not here, Knoxville girls. So if you live in Knoxville, Tennessee, or if you live in Middle or West, it's Middle or East Tennessee, Middle Tennessee or the Franklin area, there are updates on Connect. So we have just started opening up in our area. And hello, Heidi. We have just started opening back up in-person workshops here in Knoxville and then in Middle Tennessee. So you're going to want to keep tuned with Connect. But the most recent ones are, and these are for West Knoxville and then Thompson Lane and Franklin. So that's, again, Middle and East Tennessee because we're a franchise location. So Mondays at 12:15 here in Knoxville, you can join Gwen at the Cedar Bluff location, our favorite Gwen. On Tuesdays at 9 o'clock, you can join Gwen at the Powell Beaver Creek Cumberland Presbyterian Church. You can join her there. That starts on June that will start in June. So that's not this coming Tuesday. I think it's the following Tuesday. I think it's the Tuesday after, hello, Katie. I think it's the Tuesday after Memorial Day. So just, pay attention to that. Do check Connect for that. And that's going to be at Beaver Creek Cumberland Presbyterian Church. If they can get these filled up, then they will start to open more. And if they open more, then maybe My Beloved Tuesday night will be back in. And then Thursdays at 12:15, Coach Sandy P will be at the Cedar Bluff location. And Saturdays at 8 a.m., Coach Cheryl M will be at the Cedar Bluff location. And let's see, I think that's all of them. I think I got all of those. The wellness check-ins, no workshops, they're still having those at Cedar Bluff. They do still have some of those. Do still have some in Powell and in Maryville. So those will be opening up. Hello, Rita. So those will continue to open up. As those open up, they will close some of the Zoom meetings. Sadly, hello, Barbara. They will close some of the Zoom meetings. So far, our Zoom meeting on at 2:30 on Sundays is still a go. Thank you to everyone who literally from around the country, and I think maybe a couple of times from around the world. Thank you to everyone who's been coming to Gwen's workshop on Sundays. Hello, Dixie. Hello, it's good to see you. Who's been coming to Gwen's workshops on on Sundays at 2:30. Thank you all so much. I know that's been a blessing to her. It's been a blessing to me. Today I saw Myrna, Gwen, Linda, Kathy, Sherry, and Kathy. Alyssa kept saying, I have a cat. She does not have a cat. But she was looking at your cat and going, I have a cat. And she kept going and finding toys here in the showroom that had cats on them to show me that she had a cat. Anyway, she loved your cat. Sherry, Carolyn, Janet, let's see, Mary Lynn, Sandy with an I, Karen, Kelly with an IE. Of course, Kelly with a Y was there. Kelly with an IE, Amy, Trish, Marlene, Jackie, Lynn, and Ann. And I think I got everybody. I think that was everybody that was at the 2:30 today. But again, thank you all so much for coming. I know it means a lot to Gwen. If you need to find a wellness check-in, no matter what area you're in, you can always go to Connect. You should have notifications in Connect. And you can get to Connect from your phone. You can get there from a tablet, or you can get there from your desktop computer. And you can go and check. Oh yeah, I know Trish says she's going to miss it if they discontinue ours. I know I am too. I really, really want to be back in person, but I am going to miss that one if they discontinue it. And Marlene says, I love Gwen. Yeah. And Barbara wasn't with us because she was at Trader Joe's. You are forgiven. So since you were at Trader Joe's, you are forgiven. But you can always go to that. You can, again, phone, tablet, desktop computer. You can go to Connect, and you should be able to check your area. I know for sure. Oh, let's see. Okay, Deborah says how to get into the Zoom meeting at 2:30. Okay, so real quick, on Sundays at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that is Eastern time. So like right now, it is 12 or something, 8:13 Eastern time. So if it is not 8:13ish your time, then figure out what Eastern time is. It's at 2:30. So some of the girls in the Central time zone have either, I'm trying to think, missed us or been early. I can't remember which way. I guess they've been early or missed us. I don't know. Anyway, so it's 2:30 on Sunday, and if you go to Connect, so you do have to have an active WW membership to do this Zoom meeting. So you're going to have to log on to your WW app, either desktop phone, tablet, however you get into WW, and then go to Connect and look up West Knoxville. So when you look up West Knoxville, you should be able to find how to join that group, or how to join that at 2:30. And you just touch that link every time. And please, if you are brand new, please do not share that link. Don't copy it and share it with anybody, because that is protected for WW members. But that is how you get there. And I'm there almost every Sunday. So most Sundays I am there. Okay. This month's theme is Get Stronger. And so this entire month we have been able to... Okay, so Carol Lou says online only members can't get into Zoom meetings anymore. I don't understand why. I don't know why you can't get into them, because have you tried going to ours? Because if you go to the West Knoxville, if you go to the West Knoxville group, you should just be able to touch that link and go straight to it. Okay, we'll have to figure that out as a separate topic. Okay. But this month's theme, so the entire month of May, what we've been talking about is getting stronger. And so we've been talking about muscles, we've been talking about our mind. Today we're going to be talking about our insides, so some things that you can do to get your insides stronger. It's going to help, get your outside stronger. Do not forget to go back and look at the graphics from the last couple of weeks. So if you can go ahead and log on, you can go back and look at previous weeks now. You can't print them. So you cannot print them. Oh, and Deborah can't get in. Okay, we'll have to work on that as a separate topic. I don't know. We'll have to check on your plans. And if Mindy happens to be here, I think Mindy might know how to do that if she happens to be here. Okay. Let's see, if you go back, so now if you go back, you can go back and look at old WW weeklies. You can't print them out anymore. You can, but they look janky now. So I don't like the way they look printed now, because you can't print them as a PDF, but you can go back and look at the old ones. And I can show you if you need to see how to do that from your phone. But we're talking about getting stronger. So that's what we're going to be talking about for the rest of this month. June will bring a new topic. In case you are brand new and have not joined us, we are always on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. It is Eastern time right now. it's actually all times right now, but it's 8 p.m. Eastern right now. We go over the topic from the week before. So Sunday starts a new week with WW. There's no way that I could attend a workshop and get all of this done in time to have it in the same week. So we do the week before, so that we can do a review, so that we can catch up. And MJ says it's a different plan for the Canada gals. So I don't know, y'all have to chit chat about that, and I'll try to find out some more information. But anyway, so we're always reviewing the week behind. So last week we reviewed, it was chat number 223, and it was titled Ready to Get Stronger. And we were talking about your outside. So we chatted about just that, getting stronger. We've been chatting mentally, physically, emotionally. So we've been talking about all that this month. And I, for a while had an opposition to, and I know a lot of people do, to strength training, because for a long time I thought that meant that you were going to bulk up, and have these big bulky muscles, and I didn't want that. So that doesn't mean that at all. So last week we were talking about the great gear graphic that they had. And that's what I was saying about going back and looking at the past week's graphics. They've really stepped it up. I have enjoyed the graphics from the last several weeks. I don't know how many weeks, but the last several weeks in particular, I have really enjoyed them. So last week you were supposed to look at the three different things they had on there. I'm new to strength training, and figure out which level you're in. I'm new to strength training. I've dabbled in it a little bit, or I'm all in. So like you're all in strength training. And then you needed to decide, if you have any gear. So either I have gear, I've got gear, I'm ready to go. I don't have any gear, or I'm all geared up and ready to go. So if you answered, I don't have gear, several of us were talking about this last week. So if you have a countertop, you have gear, because you could do push-ups on your countertop. If you have knees, if they work well, you have gear, because you could do squats while commercials are on. If your kids have a jump rope, if it's long enough, you've got gear. So your homework for last week's chat was #GearUpGetStrong. And again, gear might be a tennis racket. It might be something, that's very specific to, strength training, like a tennis racket or weights or something like that. Or it could be your kitchen countertop. So you were supposed to list your gear if you were a dabbler, or all in, and then you were supposed to tag me in that to see what you did. Y'all did a great job with your homework this week. Seriously. So many of y'all did your homework, and they were interesting. A couple of them looked like fun. So I was super happy with your homework participation this week. So good job, everybody. Before I get carried away on your homework, I completely forgot to ask. I'm just talking. I completely forgot to ask. Let's breathe for a second and back up. Before I get too carried away, last week, who attended a physical workshop? So new girls, if you attended a physical workshop last week, and so y'all are like, come on, Kelly, catch up, because you're a little bit behind. So if you attended a physical workshop last week, give me a thumbs up. Or if you went to a Zoom meeting workshop last week, give me a thumbs up. New girls, sorry, I got excited. The people that have been here forever already knew, and so they were already starting to do thumbs ups and hearts. So they already, that's what reminded me to talk about that. Yeah. So sitting your bottom in a chair gets a thumbs up. And Linda, as usual, had her bottom in a green chair. But yeah, sitting in a chair gets a thumbs up. Watching a Zoom meeting last week, or attending a Zoom meeting last week, gets a thumbs up. Or if you attended here with us live last week, give me some hearts. Or if you watched it on replay, or all of the above, let's see some hearts. Yep, and so that was lots of thumbs ups and hearts. So everybody who did that, if you're watching it later, if you're watching it on YouTube, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. You can just do a thumbs up or a heart, or both of them. You could do that emoji. You can just let me know. But bravo stickers for everyone who did that last week, who attended either in person, virtually, a Zoom with us, whatever you did last week. Bravo stickers. So now back to your homework. New people, you have homework every single week, and it must be done. It's mandatory, really. No, I'm just kidding. It's not mandatory. So your homework last week, though, Jean she says, I'm all about strength training. I want to remain strong and independent for my grands. I have a yoga mat for 15 minutes every night. So she does 15 minutes of yoga every night. So that's for gear. She has a Fitbit, more gear, for at least 30 minutes of walking. And she's doing a virtual walk challenge and challenges with her friends on her Fitbit to keep her motivated. And she did weight training for 3 days last week with video classes. Gear. She's got all kinds of gear. She even posted a picture of this super cool lanyard and medal that she earned doing a Sleeping Beauty virtual walk in Paris. That was so cool. I totally want to join or check out the the virtual walks now, because that was super cool. I mean, this thing is, you got to go check it out in our group, because it was awesome. That I don't know, it was a real lanyard with a medal on it. It was super awesome. And then Marianne has a super cool gym bag, bands, and weights that she got with her WW wins. So I want to know, did you get all of that with your wins? Because that was a lot. I want to know how many wins that was if you did. And you can find her picture in our closed group too, because that was a pretty cool set of things. And she says, I'm ready to get stronger, so I joined an exercise class 3 days a week. I enjoy it. It's women my own age, and I feel comfortable, so I know I'll stick with it. So that was another great job. And then over on YouTube, Rosie says she's all geared up. Monday through Saturday, she does a Shaun T workout that only requires tennis shoes and 5-pound weights, which she already has. She already has those, so she's got her gear. And then every day she wears her tennis shoes and goes for a 30-minute walk. So bravo on your homework. Everybody who did your homework, y'all did a great job this week. So bravo to everyone. Bravo to everyone who did their homework this week. Good job. There are more bravo badges. So this week is chat number 224, and I'm going to take just a quick breath because I've been talking super fast. So this week is chat number 224, and it is meal plan your way to a stronger body. So I know I said at the beginning of this chat that seems kind of weird, because what would you do on your insides that are going to help you get stronger on your outside? So it was another great graphic on your weekly this last week. So if you get a chance, go back, check it out. Try to print it out, because I don't know, they're doing a really good job. I don't know if it's a new person. I don't know if this person's just stepped up their game, but I'm really liking the graphics right now. So if you set out on a trip, you would want a map, right? So some of you still do paper maps. Some of you still do AAA triptychs. Who knows what that is? Who knows what a AAA triptych is? You can still get them, I'm pretty sure. But some people print them out. Some people, hello, Dusty. Okay, sorry, Dusty's rearranging himself. Some people print out their maps. Some people make a map. Some people have the big maps that you fold out. But you would want a map, or you just do Google Maps or something like that, Apple Maps on your phone. But if you found a different way that worked better for you, easier, faster, it might be better, faster, easier, to get wherever you were headed from A to B, you might make your own map. So I know John and I have done that a couple of times. We found different ways to get to Disney, like the Magic Bridge to Nowhere. We love that. So when we get an opportunity to do that, we might make tags, we might alter the map so that it works out better for us. So part of getting stronger is working out. And the graphic this week, is working out. But also what you eat can be just as important in building those muscles and keeping you strong. So this week's graphic shows you how to map out. It shows you how to map out your food, and to map out a meal so that you can help yourself get stronger from the inside. Okay, so 3 of the most important nutrients from helping you build that strength from the inside out are protein, calcium, and vitamin D. Protein is power, literally. It is literally power. When my mom was so sick, there were literally days that we were going to make or break. I mean, we were going to live or die, seriously, based on how much or how little protein she had for that day. It makes a big difference. So protein is power. A healthy dose of protein at each meal it can power your muscles, it strengthens your bones, and it even helps your body transport other important substances in, out, and throughout your bloodstream. And there's an article from Healthline that I'm going to post. Jessica will post a link to that when she posts the notes. So Casey will post the YouTube videos tomorrow. Jessica will post the chat either tomorrow night or Tuesday morning. New people, the videos are posted on YouTube. It's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg, so you can go back and watch these. She splits them into 2, so you can either watch the whole hour again, or you can just watch the super fun second half. And we're making something this week. But Jessica will post the link to an article from Healthline that is worth a read. It's worth the read if you want to see how important protein is, to your body and to your weight loss success. But it's healthline.com, and it was under nutrition and then functions of protein. But Jessica will post the link to that. And then calcium is not only great for your bones, when it's paired with vitamin D, both of them are absorbed better, and it's for maximum benefits of both of them. And then that power combo is thought to alleviate inflammation, improve cholesterol levels, heart rate, blood pressure, a lot of different cardiovascular things. Studies have shown that low levels of vitamin D might be a risk factor. It might be associated as a risk factor with dementia. So that combo together can also make your brain stronger. And remember, please consult your physician before taking any supplements or following any dietary advice of Kelly. Okay, but I'm just saying, you know, we have a neurologist. So, you know, we see things, we read things. But for all of these power-ups, you're going to want to figure out a way to combine these things. So we don't have time to go through the entire list of things that are high in protein, high in calcium, and high in vitamin D. And I will just go ahead and say there are not a whole lot of foods that are high in vitamin D naturally. Most of the time they have to be fortified with vitamin D, or you're going to have to get some sunshine, a healthy amount of sunshine, and always wear your sunscreen so you can still make, your body can still make vitamin D even with sunscreen on. But the things, a couple of things that are higher in naturally in vitamin D are egg yolks, swordfish, sardines, canned tuna, and salmon. So a lot of fish and egg yolks, and then of course sunlight if you can do it safely. So your homework for this week, we're going to talk about protein. We're going to talk about protein, calcium, and vitamin D a little bit more in the second half of the chat. But your homework for this week, though, is #PowerUp. So I want you to pick one meal for this week, and I want you to figure out a way to include protein and calcium, and if you can, vitamin D. So that would be really good if you could include the vitamin D in there also. And then don't forget to type it, snap it, take a picture of it, you know, whatever, tag me in it on Instagram, Facebook, you know, all the places, and you can see where to tag me in that. In the notes, they'll be on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Again, new people, our blog is www.ifyouhaveanegg.com, or you can watch this on YouTube, youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. We're here on Facebook, but tag me on Instagram, Facebook, Connect, you know, wherever, and get your homework done because you want to get your super cool badge for next week. So it's #PowerUp, and you're going to pick a meal, just one meal, and try to figure out one that's got a lot of protein, a good amount of calcium, and if you can, sneak some vitamin D in there, because remember, it's that vitamin D and calcium team, so you need to have them together. You need to consume them together, and we're trying to consume them in food instead of as a supplement. Supplements are not bad, but we're trying to consume them as food. Okay, tag me, do your homework. Okay, we are just about at the halfway mark, so who can think of a food, real quick, 2 minutes, it's a 2-minute lightning round, so real quick, who can think of a food that's high in protein that you're going to try and include in your meal for your homework this week? So rapid fire go, and I'm going to start drinking my water. I'm going to go ahead and get my water for the halfway mark. So what are some high protein foods that you can think of that you want to include in that meal for this week? That doesn't get you out of doing your homework. I'm just asking. Greek yogurt. Yep, Vicky says Greek yogurt. Barbara says chicken. Rosie showed a chicken. You're correct. Deborah says chicken. And Carol says hard-boiled eggs, deviled eggs. Yes, Carol, all eggs. All eggs, no matter how they're prepared. Heidi says chicken. Sylvia says eggs. Barbara says turkey. Ooh, Elaine says peanut butter. Peanut butter does have a lot of protein. And Jean says chicken egg. Yes, a chicken egg. And Vicky says chicken. Okay. So you all keep, oh, and Cynthia says salmon and grains. That's a good one. Okay, so y'all keep shouting out your protein things. I'm going to take another sip of water, and then we're going to start on the second half, and Lynn says eggs. So girls that are new, at their halfway point, everybody's going to get a drink of water. So everybody stop what you're doing and get a drink of water. This may be the only time that you have stopped. Just stop what you're doing and had water today. Okay, I am going to go ahead and put on the apron for the second half. So new girls, the apron is to let Casey know. So everybody, the apron is to let Casey know where the second half starts when she divides these up for the chat. and also to keep food off my new shirt. So Alyssa and I went shopping at Kroger yesterday. And if you, cheese can have some protein, yeah. So Alyssa and I went shopping at Kroger yesterday, and if you don't have Kroger, bless your heart, but our Kroger now all of a sudden has really cool clothes. So I got this new shirt, and Alyssa got a new dress. The only thing she's mad about, I asked her if she wanted a sleeping dress because she does not understand what a nightgown is, and she told me no. And then last night when it was time to go to bed, she wanted her sleeping dress, which she had said no to. Okay, so you try to explain to a 3-year-old why they missed out on the sleeping dress because they said no in Kroger. Okay, but I want to keep everything off of this because we're going to get a teeny tiny bit messy tonight. And hello, Deborah. Deborah's running a little bit late, which is okay. Okay, so we're going to get something going in the air fryer while I make the rest of this and start talking. So for tonight's recipe, we're going to have to make some bacon. Darn the luck. Well, I had turkey bacon still in the refrigerator that needed to be used. So this is 4 slices of turkey bacon. You can use regular bacon. You can use smart bacon. Smart bacon is it's veggie bacon. So you can use any brand of veggie bacon. It works well with this too. If it's veggie bacon, you're just going to need to adjust your time in the air fryer because it does not need to cook as long as real meat bacon. But this is 4 slices of turkey bacon again because I just already had them in the refrigerator and needed to use them. And this is my recipe, Candied Bacon. So if you want to go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, you can go ahead and look up the Candied Bacon recipe, but it's bacon, any kind of bacon, and sugar-free syrup, Red Mountain rub, which if you can use whatever spice you want to, or you don't have to use any, but I'm telling you, if you ever use Red Mountain rub on bacon, you'll never go back. Even veggie bacon, you will never, ever go back. So you really need this for the candied bacon. And we have this here at Casey Kitchen Center, or you can go on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and find it. And then just a little bit of Truvia or your favorite low calorie, kind of sweetener. And we're going to go ahead and put this in the air fryer. I have a Simple Living Products air fryer. And we're just going to go ahead. This has been soaking in the sugar-free, the sugar-free syrup and the Red Mountain rub over in the refrigerator for about the last hour. And this is going to make candied bacon. So this is the first thing that we're going to need for tonight, and it will make more sense here in just a second when I explain this. So I want this to be as crisp as it can be, and turkey bacon doesn't crisp up as well as the pork bacon. Oh, and Vicki says, "Are you sick, Kelly?" This is East Tennessee crud. So if you've never watched me in the spring, I'm gonna sound like this until everything stops blooming here in Knoxville. Yeah. So, and it doesn't matter, no amount of Zyrtec, Claritin, nasal spray, anything else, no amount of that is going to stop this. So, anyway, so I'm going to let this cook extra long. So normally for the bacon, I would do 380 for about 8 to 10 minutes, just depending. Oh, and John says, "Wow, that looks good." Well, good, because I'm bringing some of it home. But I would normally do about 380 for 8 to 10 minutes, but I want this to be as crisp as it can be. And again, the turkey bacon's never going to be as crisp as pork bacon. It's just not. Believe it or not, the veggie bacon crisps up pretty well. So I'm going to put this in on 380 for about 12 minutes, and I'm going to check it. And remember, on the Simple Living Products air fryer, scoop, in case you're new, scoop, don't shove it in there. And then you push this center button, change the temperature to 380, that's that button. Change the time to about 12 minutes, and then push that center button. Okay, so what we are going to make is, and he probably is because he's not been with me for hours, Lynn. Lynn's wanting to know if John is hungry. So what we're going to make is my recipe, hot bacon. It's hot bacon broccoli slaw. So hot bacon broccoli slaw is just a regular recipe. It's just a normal recipe that we have. We take it to like family reunions and church things and stuff like that. Which, by the way, I made our cornbread dressing. Bye, Alicia. Alicia's got to run for dinner. So I made the cornbread salad, which isn't a salad at all. But anyway, I made the cornbread salad for our Sunday school lunch today. And when we brought it home, I think there was 1 spoonful left. And the 1 spoonful, I think that was just somebody being polite because they were like, gosh, I can't scrape the bottom of the bowl or whatever. But it was good, and I've already got a couple of text messages that it was good. That's already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com if you want to check that out. So anyway, so we're going to make just my normal hot bacon broccoli slaw. And I just want y'all to notice while I'm talking, the air fryer's going, and you can barely hear it. So if you don't have an air fryer yet, I still seriously highly recommend the Simple Living Products one because you can't hear it. Like I can hear the air conditioner louder than the air fryer. Okay. Anyway, hot bacon broccoli hit something down the road or what's going on. And yes, I know because I can see that I was frozen too, but I'm pretty sure it was still recording, so I'm just going to keep talking. So this is supposed to be for the meal so remember we were going to pick one meal this week where we were going to make sure that it had plenty of protein, try to make sure that it had calcium and also vitamin D. And I'm just laughing because you all are telling me that I'm frozen. There's literally nothing I can do about that. So I just think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. I'm not fussing at you all. I think it's hilarious that you all are letting me know that the live feed was interrupted because, there's nothing I can do about that, right? And it's funny that I'm still getting the notification. So Deborah says, what's going on? Deborah, that means that there was a hiccup in the internet, and there's nothing I can do about that. I'm standing here talking, hands are free. Can't do it. There's nothing I can do about it. Okay. So anyway, the one meal that's going to have extra protein, calcium, and vitamin D. So that's what we're shooting for. So I decided that it was going to be the hot bacon broccoli slaw, and then I was going to try and build something about that. So I was going to try and build something around that. So I'm starting with broccoli, and sometimes for the hot bacon broccoli slaw, I'll do just broccoli slaw, and sometimes I'll just do bacon. And this time they had the prettiest bags of already chopped up, or mostly chopped up broccoli at the Food City across the street. So I went ahead and got one of those. So I have broccoli, just regular broccoli florets that I've chopped up. And I'm going to add a bag of cheddar broccoli slaw. There is absolutely nothing wrong with using cheddar broccoli slaw. It's totally okay. You can use that. And there are plenty of times that I use cheddar broccoli slaw. So let me go ahead and get that open. So I'm going to put this in here. But for this recipe, you're going to want at least 3 cups. So there is no problem with me having 3 cups for this. Absolutely no fear. Like, this is probably about 4 cups. And you're going to have clean hands if you're going to be tossing this with your hands like I am. So this is at least 4 cups of broccoli. So broccoli, believe it or not, has protein and calcium. Broccoli is one vegetable. Now, it's not a lot. It's not a lot because this is not meat or beans or tofu or something like that. But broccoli does have, I believe it's the vegetable that has the highest amount of protein. So that's why I wanted to start with broccoli, because it has protein and it also has calcium. And then to this, I'm going to add a cup. This is about a cup of Velveeta shreds. You can use real cheese if you want to. I use Velveeta shreds because it helps to keep the points down. For this whole thing, when we get done, the recipe is on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. For this whole thing, it's going to be 3 points per serving. So it doesn't matter if you're blue, green, or purple. It's going to be about 3 points per serving. So that's why I use the Velveeta shreds. And also the Velveeta shreds have protein and calcium. So my first 2 ingredients have the protein and they have the calcium taken care of. Okay, so that was about 3 cups of broccoli or broccoli slaw, which I have a little bit more than that in here because I got a little excited on the broccoli and the broccoli slaw mix. Then I added about a cup of Velveeta cheddar shreds. The cheddar, you can use the Velveeta regular shreds, but the cheddar is better. Cheddar is better in this recipe. And again, both of those have protein and calcium. Then we are going to take, this is about a half a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. So several of you all said, when I said, hey, name something that's going to have a lot of protein in it. several of you all said plain non-fat Greek yogurt, or just, Greek yogurt in particular. So this is about a half of a cup. This is a generous half of a cup, since I had so much broccoli, of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and about an eighth of a cup of light mayonnaise. So a normal broccoli slaw recipe would be a ton. I mean, it would be a ton of mayonnaise. And the non-fat plain Greek yogurt does an excellent job of making it feel like it's full of mayonnaise, but it's not really. So it's going to be just as creamy as mayonnaise. This is going to turn out, just as creamy. It's going to be really good. So we're going to get that all good and mixed in. Again, that's a generous half of a cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt, just because of the amount of broccoli that I have. And about an eighth of a cup of light mayonnaise. You can use fat-free mayonnaise if you want to. Then the magic part of the dressing for this is going to be 2 teaspoons, and let me find my teaspoon here. 2 teaspoons of, again, this Truvia baking blend, or whatever your favorite low-cal sweetener is. I have not tried this with monk fruit. So for you monk fruit girls, and I don't know why I'm holding this at such a weird angle. That does not feel normal. Okay, so you monk fruit girls, I have not tried it with monk fruit. I don't know. Truvia is my jam on this, so I'll just keep using it. So it's 2 teaspoons of Truvia baking blend. And then this is mine and Casey's favorite part. So I know Casey is not here tonight because her and Alyssa are exhausted. Casey and Alan spent the weekend in Gatlinburg, and so Alyssa spent Friday night with her other grandparents, and then she spent Saturday night with John and I, went to a birthday party, and then this morning she went to church. Then she came here and played for a little while. Anyway, she's done a lot this weekend because the other grandparents had her, I don't know, some other church function, so she's done a lot. So I think her and Casey have crashed. But anyway, this is mine and Casey's favorite part of this. This is, the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar. Red wine vinegar has, and I'll just go ahead and admit, it has 0 calories, but it also has 0 fat, 0 sodium, 0 carbohydrates, 0 protein, not a significant source of cholesterol, dietary fiber, total sugar, added sugar, vitamin D, calcium, iron, or potassium. So it's nothing. It's basically red air. Vinegar, I guess, has none of these properties in it. But the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon. If you only want 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar in your dressing, the dressing that you're making for your hot bacon broccoli slaw, you go for it. But Casey and I love it so much, I'm going to add another tablespoon and a half. Woo. Okay, I'm only doing that because Casey and I love it so much. We love the red wine vinegar so much. But the recipe, and again, the recipe is on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. The recipe only calls for 1 tablespoon. So please try it with 1 tablespoon first before you add more, because it's a lot. So two and a half tablespoons is a lot. It's a lot of red wine vinegar. Okay, and I should have brought my little whisk. Sorry about this. Sorry I'm making so much noise. I'm making more noise than the air fryer is. Okay, so we'll get that all good and mixed together. And then again, because this is going to have to go onto so much broccoli, I'm going to add just a little bit of water to thin it out, just a little bit more. And you don't want this to be a thick dressing. So, I mean, so many times we go to like potlucks at, at church or at a family function or something, now that we can do that again, because let me just digress and say that Knox County has lifted its mask mandate. So if you come to see me, we do not have to wear masks anymore, but we are still wearing masks in the Casey Kitchen Center showroom. So here at Casey Kitchen Center, where I work, we are still wearing masks, but they've lifted the mask mandate. They've lifted the restrictions on how many people you can have at an event and a party and whatever. So I'm thinking potlucks, like we had one at Sunday school this morning. We're still scattered out a little bit. But almost everybody in our Sunday school class is vaccinated now, so that was, good. But I'm thinking potlucks. I'm thinking family reunions, get-togethers. I'm thinking that everything is going to get, is going to be back to normal. Is going to be back to normal soon. Okay, let's check the bacon real quick. Okay, I'm going to let it go for just another couple of minutes because remember, I want it to be as crispy as it can be. And this is turkey. This is turkey bacon. So it's never going to be as crisp. It's never, ever, ever going to be as crisp as the pork bacon. But I'm going to let it go for just another couple of minutes. Remember, scoop, don't shove. 380. I'm literally going to let it go for about 4 minutes. Anyway, I am thinking that this is going to be back to visitation time. Okay, quickly before I pour the dressing on there, I'm just going to toss this together. So we have this is probably 4 cups of broccoli slaw and chopped broccoli. You can use just the broccoli slaw. You don't have to use the broccoli, but it was so pretty I got some today. About a cup of cheddar Velveeta shreds are best. And then the dressing we made with about 1/2 cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, about 1/8 of a cup of light mayonnaise. You can use fat-free mayonnaise, some red wine vinegar, a little bit of water, a little bit of Truvia baking blend. So we're going to get that poured on there. I added the little bit of water so that it would go farther since there's so much broccoli in here. And I'm hoping after the internet trouble that everybody can see me okay. So y'all let me know. Because it looked like Lisa's was cutting in and out again. Okay. So we're going to get that on there. And then I promise this does have something to do. This does have something to do with the protein, calcium, and vitamin D that we were talking about. Okay, so to that, I'm going to add about 1/8 of a cup of reduced sugar dried cranberries. So if you can find this kind, thank you, Katie. So if you can find this kind, and thank you, Myrna, then get it because they taste just like regular craisins. I mean, I literally can't tell a difference at all. And they're reduced sugar craisins. So they're dried cranberries and they're 50% less sugar. So these are an excellent source of fiber. Shockingly, not a great source of calcium. So I expected this to say, not calcium. I mean, I don't know what I expected it to be, but it doesn't have, it's no calcium, no vitamin D. I don't know. I was a little bit disappointed about that, but it's delicious in this salad. So this is about 1/8 of a cup of dried cranberries. You can add more if you have extra points. So we've been talking about smart swaps here lately, and Carol Lou, not much. So Carol wants to know if you skip the cranberries, does it lower the points? Not a whole lot, because the cranberries don't add that much to it. I mean, it might go from 3 to 2, but that's exactly what I started to say is when we were, and Barbara said her church took the ropes off the pews to separate for social distancing. That's so exciting. It's so exciting to be getting back a little bit to normal. That's what I was going to say about the smart swaps is adding this much more broccoli. You can see that it's still, and putting a little bit, so I swapped out. So one of my smart swaps was the extra broccoli. Another smart swap was to add that little bit of water so that the dressing is going to go further. So if you wanted more cranberries, you could add a few more. I was just getting ready to say sunflower seeds. Katie likes to add sunflower seeds to hers. I do too. So for this smart swap, you could maybe leave out the cranberries, the dried cranberries, and then add the sunflower seeds or something like that. That would be a great smart swap. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with a smart swap, you're going to have to go back and watch the last couple of weeks because we have to talk about how I'm going to make this into, and Carol Lou, I'm not sure, I'll have to look up how many, it's 6 servings. It's 6 servings, sorry. Okay. Ooh, that bacon is sounding good. Okay, we're gonna let that cool off a little bit so it doesn't burn me. I'm gonna try to chop that up. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about how I'm gonna use this to use this as the meal that's going to have the most protein, the most vitamin D, and the most calcium. Because remember, we're trying to get a combo on the calcium and the vitamin D so that they can work together and they can help us get stronger. Okay, so the broccoli has protein and calcium. The bacon has protein. The Velveeta cheddar shreds have protein and calcium. The non-fat plain Greek yogurt has protein. Okay, none of the rest of what I put in here has anything of any significant value, but some ways that you can bulk this up now. If you wanted to add something that has protein, calcium, and vitamin D, you could add a hard-boiled egg. So I'm not going to do that tonight, but if you wanted to add a hard-boiled egg to this, you certainly could. And the hard-boiled egg, remember we talked about egg yolks have vitamin D in them. So egg yolks have protein, calcium. Eggs have, I feel like those eggs have protein, calcium, and vitamin D. So if you added a couple of hard-boiled eggs, you could add all three of those to this broccoli, to this hot broccoli slaw. Or you could add tofu if you wanted to add protein and calcium. And I forgot to grab it. I was going to grab it and bring it out for you. I didn't cook it yet, but if you added like some air fryer tofu or some stir fry tofu, let it cool off first and then put it in here, you could add more protein and calcium. That would not add any vitamin D, but you could add, you could add the protein and the calcium. Or if you added some salmon, and I was going to get some salmon across the street at Food City tonight, but they only had farm raised, and I wasn't wasting my money. It was like $11.99 a pound, and I thought, I'm not paying $11.99 a pound for farm raised salmon. I'll just wait and get some wild salmon if I'm going to pay that much. But I have these. Now I would get the kind that don't already have flavoring in them, but I already had these here at Casey Kitchen Center, just because we keep them for lunches. But if you did something like this, like a pouched, salmon, then you wouldn't have to add it to the whole thing. So what I was going to do with the salmon, and I probably still will do when I get some that's actually, wild caught instead of farm raised, but the salmon would also add protein and vitamin D, because remember, salmon has vitamin D also. But if you added one of these pouches, you could just do it to part of it, so you wouldn't have to put the salmon, in the whole thing. But I wanted to take, so just these little pouches, they have, let me see if I can read it. It has 45%. So one of these pouches of salmon has 45% of your daily recommended value of vitamin D. 45%, so almost half of it. Salmon has to be wildly full. Wild caught salmon has to be wildly full of vitamin D. 45%, that's huge, and that's not added. So a lot of other things that have vitamin D are fortified, so like cereal, milk, things like that are fortified with vitamin D, but this has the vitamin D in it already just because it's salmon. 45%, so that's absolutely crazy. So this one would be protein and the vitamin D. Doesn't have any calcium, but the rest of this has so much calcium in it, so much calcium already, that with this would be an excellent way to combo the vitamin D and the vitamin C without having a supplement. But you could totally do that. So we have like less than 4 minutes left. So let's see if I can shred this in here just to show you what this looks like, the broccoli slaw. And then I will have to show you Tuesday, not tomorrow, because I'm taking Alyssa to the zoo tomorrow with her friend Una and my friend Karen. That's what we're going to do for our walking tomorrow on my day off, is to go to the Knoxville Zoo. Let me show you what this looks like with the bacon on here real quick. And then I will taste it for you real quick. Of course, I already know what it tastes like because we eat this all the time. Hello, Yvette. How are you? So we'll get this in here real quick. But so what do y'all think? So what would you put in this? Would you put the salmon? Would you do swordfish? Would you do sardines? Would you do canned tuna? Also has vitamin D in it. Or would you just eat this like it is and then drink it with a glass of like Fairlife fat-free milk that's fortified with vitamin D? Because you could totally do that too. And I've got some Fairlife fat-free milk over here in the refrigerator. Okay, for the sake of time and so that y'all don't have to watch me sit and shred the rest of this up, I'm going to toss this really quickly. I have one piece of the bacon left in here. So remember, this is 4 pieces of the candied bacon, and that recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. And then it is my hot bacon broccoli slaw recipe, which is on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. If you need to know how to make hard-boiled eggs, you can go to, you guessed it, IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and we have a chat for that. And yeah, Katie says salmon on the side. I'm thinking that we need to get some salmon, that John and I need to get some wild-caught salmon and have this for supper tomorrow night. I think that would be excellent. But this is what it looks like when you are all done. So, except for the vitamin D, this is a bowl chocked full of protein and calcium, beautiful colors, lots of flavor. Going to be super excited to eat this, and I think we will add some salmon to it. I think that is a great idea. So, everybody knows what they're doing for their homework, right? You're going to find something like this, a meal, and it doesn't have to be a salad. It can be whatever, but you're going to find something to do for your homework that is good in protein, good in calcium, and then if you can, find something to have. And yeah, Betty Ann is exactly right. It does taste much better the second day. The next day it's even better. Try to find something that has vitamin D. And if you can't find anything to add the vitamin D to your meal that first time, go ahead and just go safely sit like in indirect sunlight and make your own vitamin D. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you found something yummy to make. Again, it's on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com if you want to go ahead and go find these recipes for the candy bacon and for the hot bacon broccoli slaw. Dusty's just realized, hey, we've made bacon. Where's my bacon, Mom? But if you were watching this on YouTube, go ahead and let that next video roll over. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so right here. Go ahead and click the subscribe button and check that little bell so that you'll be notified every time that we have a new video. Otherwise, the rest of y'all have an awesome and amazing week, and I will see you next time. And John, do you want me to bring some of this home? Because I will. Okay, I'm super excited about this now because it smells fabulous. But y'all have a great week. Thank you again, and we will see you next time. Good night.